symmetric solid. All right, that's enough.
Welcome back to JR Pro Shop Vids. Today we got the brand new TNT from Roto Grip. We got Jungo out on the lanes comparing it to some of his favorite balls of all time. So as I quickly mentioned, we got some really nice Roto Grip Sim Solids in front of me. These two I love them both. And I'm really excited to see how this TNT rolls. So inside the TNT here, we got the Torpex core and the E-Trax Plus solid cover stock. Not sure what those words mean, but I'm sure that this ball is supposed to hook a lot. In terms of comparisons today, we got the Idol Helios here, which was just discontinued by Roto Grip. We think the TNT is going to be the replacement for that. And then we also have the original Idol, one of Jung's 15 stashed away, the GOAT ball in his opinion. And we saw Anthony Simonson recently throwing it at the US Open. So this ball's proven, and it's really good to see what it looks like against the new stuff. You may notice that this ball is a little bit shinier than the 2000 grit that it comes out of box. Jung threw a couple shots during league and he just found it rolled way too early for his game. So we wanted to shine it up a little bit, put it to 4K, and we think that's where the sweet spot's gonna be for this ball. Bowling on 40-foot mercury today, 5-to-1 ratio. It's a really good medium length pattern, and while a lot of balls look really good on this pattern, we think that the money is gonna be with these Sim Solids. All right, that's enough talking from me. Check out the merch, become a member, let's send it out to Jung on the lanes.
All right, Jungo is back. Brand new Roto Grip symmetric solid. Here we go. So I drilled this up like a couple days ago and I threw it in league for like one frame. Realized the box finish is basically unusable. It just hooks at the dots and then there's nothing down lane. So unusable for me. Right away took it up to 4,000 on the spinner with a wet 4,000 pad. This is what it looks like now and it's 1,000 times better. So unusable out of box. Hit it with 4,000. We got a medium wheel pattern here. I'm gonna play for like 4th arrow out to like 12 and we'll see how this TNT rolls. It's really early and smooth. Yeah, even with 4,000, it's still pretty early, controllable, very smooth off the spot. So you can just imagine what it was at 2,000. I couldn't even use it. All right, let's go down to the Idol Helios. Recently discontinued and being replaced by the TNT. So they should be pretty close. I also have this one at 4,000. Okay, same shot. I think this one's gonna be a little more off the spot down lane. All right, I missed a little bit left on that shot, maybe one board at the arrows, and it looked identical going through the pins. We have a really good replacement here for the Idol Helios. If you have one of those and really like it, it's getting a little old. TNT is almost the same ball. Take them both up to 4,000. Got the same layout. Now we're down to the GOAT. Pink Idol, Jungo's favorite. Still being used on tour. Simonson just used it US Open telecast. So if he's using it, good ball. Same line. This ball's definitely gonna go a little further, a little sharper off the spot, a little weaker maybe. Okay, I think that was on the same line as the TNT, and you can just see how much sharper that is off the spot. A little longer, a little sharper. Left a Swisher 7, so telltale sign that that's longer and sharper. All right, halfway through the vid, question time with Jungo. I love the Idol, bring it with me everywhere. I even use it in league sometimes. What is the oldest ball you throw? Let me know down in the comments. All right, let's go back to the TNT on that same line. We can see how much more early and smooth this is than the original Idol. Yeah, it's definitely smoother. Pretty similar boards hooked out of all three balls, right? We just have like where it hooks on the lane is a little different. The TNT is the earliest, the Idol. Pink one is the latest. Helios kind of fits right in the middle. It seems like every time they come with a new symmetric solid, this hooks a little bit earlier and a little bit more smooth. All right, so with this ball being like earlier and smoother, it's gonna be better for playing a little bit straighter. So I'm gonna move 5 to the right. I'm just gonna roll it up the back a little bit more. Yeah, that rolls really good playing a little straighter. Really smooth, really predictable, really good on the fresh. But I think the original cover of 2000 is just too dull. That's at 4,000. That's what I found with the Helios. Really good for early in the day, playing a little straighter. And as soon as I had to move left with it, just wasn't able to kick out that 10. So this ball is gonna be even more drastic. Okay, 5 more to the right, a little more speed. Straighter the better. Let's go 5 left of the original line. We're gonna have to get our hand around it a little bit, slow this ball speed down. There it is. That's what I'm talking about. A little too far left. Gotta be really slow with it. Still doesn't quite hit the corner enough, right? I'm gonna leave the 10 pin all day there. Okay, I'm gonna go down to the pink idol, play that same line, and you can really see the difference. As you can see, that pink idol, just a little more energy stored for the back end of the lane. I think that's what you're gonna get from new bowling balls. You're just gonna hook earlier and earlier to battle the more and more oil that you see. As the years progress, you can see how much stronger these symmetric solids are getting from Roto Grip. Same shot again. We're gonna use the Helios this time. This might be another 10 pin. I left the 10 pin. I got that one a little right of target, just a hair. And you can see how smooth that is, right? Didn't have enough energy to come back and almost left an 8-10. Should have been an 8-10, honestly. As you're moving left with these balls that roll really early and smooth, it's not gonna be great, right? You're gonna have to go to something a little sharper, and that stores a little bit more energy for the back end. So these balls are really good for the fresh, playing straighter, really good for guys with higher ball speeds for sure. So we just saw this ball must leave an 8-10. So let's go 15 boards right. This is the furthest right I played with the TNT, and it looked really good from here. So let's throw in with the Helios. Yeah, almost a 4-9. So a little more energy down lane than the TNT, but as you can see, you still want to play these direct lines with these newer symmetrical solids. Okay, one more from that spot. Actually, I'm gonna move 2 to the left just because almost up to 4-9 there. So right over third arrow, a little more up the back. That was absolutely perfect. So that's the sweet spot for the Helios. Standing on 22, aiming right at third arrow. Should be almost the exact same reaction. Yeah, pretty close. It's tripped to 4. So I would say the TNT is maybe a couple boards stronger than the Helios, and then maybe 4 boards stronger than the pink idol. But the pink idol just has a lot more in the back end. Okay, so the pink idol on that line. It's right on the same line, right? Just a little bit longer, a little weaker, almost like the 10 pin. Tripped a 4 pin with the TNT and was dead flush with the Helios. So there's the differences with all 3. Hopefully this helps you decide on a new ball, a new symmetric solid. As the years go on, they're getting stronger and stronger. We can all agree on that, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna throw one more with the TNT in its sweet spot. And then we got a special guest, little Nathan Tang, 15 years old. He's got a couple JVT titles for his age group. And he's gonna throw his. He's got his pin down, just because he throws a little bit slower. He's younger. And we're gonna see how that rolls on this. Alrighty, sweet spot. I think it's here. That was not the sweet spot. Shell adjust. I think that was like, the break point was a little too far left there, so one last shot with TNT. All right, that's enough.
Now give me a real thumbs up. Natural. Alright, we're back from the lanes, throwing the brand new TNT against the two idols here. As you can see in the video, the TNT definitely rolls the earliest, really smooth, and not that much pop down lane. If we're comparing it to the original OG idol here, the Goat, the TNT rolls extremely early and doesn't continue that much. As you can see with the original idol here, definitely goes a little further down lane, corners much harder, and I think that's just what you're going to see from brand new bowling balls, brand new technology. Everything's just going to roll a little bit sooner, everything's just going to hook that little bit more, and that's just to combat the brand new oils, the more volume. As time goes on, the weaker balls are going to get discontinued. We're just going to see stronger and stronger bowling balls. As for the Idol Helios, the Idol Helios I thought was really early when I first threw it against the OG Idol here, and the TNT is even earlier than the Helios. I can't throw these balls out of the box. It just rolls at the foul line and does absolutely nothing down lane. So for me, it's pretty unusable out of the box at 2,000. So I threw one game with it, brought it back to the shop, immediately put it up to 4,000, and it was 100 times better. Don't be afraid to change the surfaces, right? If you don't like it at first, it's just too new, it's too fresh, the surface is just too low on it. You got to take it up to 4,000. See from there. You might even have to polish it a little bit just to get that little skid through the front part of the lane and a little more pop down lane. You never know, it might be that ball for you. So just to expand on that, just because it doesn't work out of the box, you know, make sure you try a few different things, a few different surfaces, few different parts of the lane before you throw it out and say it's not a good ball. So as soon as I took it up to 4,000, amazing, couldn't miss. As far as the ball reaction goes, in tournament play, league play, I'm definitely going to be using this ball in the fresh. You know, it's that early rolling, very steady, very predictable roll. When the lanes are really fresh, lots of oil, lots of dry boards at the back end, you really need control that breakpoint shape, and this ball really does that on the fresh. But as the lanes break down, a little bit of traffic on the lanes are starting to dry up, you're gonna have to get out of this ball. It's just gonna roll too early, you're gonna leave nothing but 10 pins, so you're gonna have to go down to the Cosmos or even down to the Hyped Pearl if you want to stick with Roto Grip. And if you want to go over to the Storm brand, you know, they got all the phases. Phase 5 definitely is gonna be a little longer, a little sharper. You also got the Fate, the Night Road, just to name a couple. In the 900 Global line, you got the Wolverine and you got the Burners, right? So there's a ton of options across these three brands in order to change balls and ball down to a little something a little sharper, a little longer. So for Roto Grip to make a ball that's really strong, really early, really heavy rolling, it does make sense compared to all the other balls they have in the lineup. So if you need a ball that's really strong early, this is the ball for you. So it's gonna be good for guys with really high ball speeds who like to stay, you know, on the outside part of the lane. This ball is gonna be really good for lefties who like to play up 5. Too bad you can't throw up arcs. Just as a thought, if I'm bowling a tournament, if I start with the TNT, then I'm probably going to go to the OG Idol and then the Idol Cosmos right after that. Just thinking out loud. So definitely a spot for this ball in my bag. I just got to use it at 4,000 grit. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget my question down in the comments. What is the oldest ball in your bag? I know I'm going to see some good balls out there, some old relics. One last thing, don't forget our promo code at boofabowling.com. He's got absolutely everything on that website. It's got a giant warehouse. So if you don't have a pro shop nearby, you need some stuff, check out the website. Jungo barks at the checkout, promo code, 10% off your order. Thanks for watching. See you in the next vid.